Putin bad news. Russia's Ngamuk, Indonesia's Ancam Bom, and Germany's Pabrik. Indonesia's CNBC network, Jakarta, Russia has issued a warning to Britain. This pertains to the ongoing military training activities taking place somewhere in Ukraine. Russian Defense Minister and former President Dmitry Medvedev has said that every British soldier will be considered sacred by the Russian military. He also predicted that the British Army would be wiped out by violence. Baka. Talk. Reuters, Monday, 10 January 2023, Mereka menjadi target sa bagi angkatan bersenjata kita, he said. The shutdown of his battle lasted only 45 hours. Know that they will be destroyed by fire, he warned. Read. Latest Russia-Ukraine conflict developments. Putin bohong Ukraine Mungila. Earlier in the week, British Defence Minister Grant Shapps said that the country would be sending more military equipment to Ukraine and training Ukrainian special forces in the United Kingdom and other Western countries. He mentioned it during a news conference call from London. Actually, on Monday, British First Minister Rishi Sunak mocked the speech. According to them, there are no immediate plans to send military equipment and personnel to the Ukraine. However, President Putin's inner circle is in disarray because of this scandal. At the same time, Medvedev reminded everyone to visit a German factory. Berlin is rumored to be in the midst of producing factories that make Taurus ores for shipment to Kyiv. He said that an attack on a German factory was also possible. It appears that the West has deliberately pushed the rest of the world into World War III. They claimed it was consistent with international law. Now, if that's the case, Medvedev said, attacks on German factories where these weapons were produced will also fully comply with international law. These Bedeau people are actively pushing us toward World War III, he said. The imminent return of Slovak Foreign Minister Robert Fico to the government poses a threat to the EU's unity of action in regards to the conflict in eastern Ukraine. Slovakia, along with Poland, was the first EU member state to announce sending combat aircraft to Ukraine, so the victory of the Social Democratic Populist Party Smer in this weekend's general elections could have a profound effect on the country's foreign policy. And that from the start was one of the most generous supports from Zelensky's troops. Something similar is happening in Poland, which has gone from being Ukraine's primary ally within the European Union to being at odds with Kiev over a grain dispute. For similar electoralist reasons, Slovakia may now also switch alliances and eventually become an ally of the Kremlin, giving Putin another horse of Troy within the European Union to go along with Viktor Orban's Hungary. Fico, the pro-Russian candidate, won the elections and has since reiterated his commitment to blocking Ukraine's entry into the Organization for the Treaty on the Treaty of the Black Sea, OTAN. The leader of the Smer lied that military aid would change the war, and that Ukraine's entry into the OTAN would trigger World War III. That is to say, an argument identical to the one advanced by the Kremlin in order to justify the invasion. Fico's stance, in which he accepts that hostilities broke out when Nazis and Fascistas Ucranianos started to kill Russos in the Donbass and Lugansk, shows how far Moscow's propaganda has penetrated a member state of the European Union and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. Even though Slovakia has been spared from Russian campaigns of destabilization in the past, the extent to which anti-Ottoman and anti-Western theories have collapsed in this climate of political uncertainty, inflation, and social discord is cause for concern. The new election cycle in traditionally friendly countries presents fertile ground for the spread of pro-Kremlin and anti-Kremlin Russian narratives, which will be crucial in maintaining support for Ukraine. In addition to the likely re-election of Polish ultranationalist Mateusz Morawiecki this month, the upcoming year could also see the return of Donald Trump to the White House, who is friendly toward Putin and opposed to the multilateral order. This would deal a major blow to the illiberal front and send the EU's agreement to form a common front in support of Kiev soaring into the stratosphere.